there won't be that much as always. And the word, the phrase for today is to carry forward. So it means to like make something progress. So for example, like I hope we'll be able to make the project, to carry the project forward. So you can use this phrase during the meeting, and then at the end I will give you the report. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just going to interject there, sorry, Adam, because Radek had wrote to me to start recording and I just press record now. What I can do is basically extract a few little snippets because we don't know who's going to say something amazing and all that, and then we can use it as marketing. Are you all okay with that?
Yes.
Yes.
I can share it with you before it goes out anyway. Okay, thanks.
All right, so now we have our body and counter evaluator. It's Anna Osińska. Can you introduce? Or are you in, Anna?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm the counter and the body evaluator, body language evaluator. Okay, perfect. So in terms of counter, I will pay attention to the possible fillers that you use while you're speaking. And hopefully at the end I will just let you know how did you perform. And in terms of body language evaluator, that's gonna be challenging knowing that we all are online, but and our body language is actually quite limited, but let's try and observe it as well and give you some insights at the end of the meeting.
Okay, thank you. And with reference to our timer, of course, it's Adam Michalski, and I would like to present my role. Today we have a very innovative approach to timing because it will be shown the time exactly during screen sharing for speakers and only for evaluation. So we'll have table topics, evaluation, and speeches measured and displayed. It will be directly the seconds and minutes, and the color will change accordingly. We have to check it somehow.
If it doesn't work, I've got these, okay? So I can jump in if it's...
Okay, it's working for sure. For the rest of the meeting, the question of the day and some roles, I will wave only red. It's finish, time to finish. And following the pre-meeting also, we have made some survey. I have proposed some survey, and at the end of the meeting, I will present the results. So thank you, the Toastmasters, and please.
Thank you, Adam. And I'm glad you actually mentioned, I don't know why you mentioned the question of the day, because I had actually forgot about it, despite doing being the Toastmaster over the years, maybe 40 times probably. So my question of the day is, what do you do to feel good now? And I'm going to go across in the order I see. I don't know, is yours the same? So the first one will be Justina. What do you do to feel good now?
Yeah, I try to go for a walk sometimes because I spend almost the whole day at home now, and it's horrible. I don't like it. So I'm looking forward actually when I will be able to come back to my office and to people.
A walk is actually excellent, and just on that, because like I read a lot of books, and there's a lot of people, if they're depressed or whatever, they'll take tablets to make them better, and they have got serious side effects. And walking, just being in the sun, has proven to be 1,000,000 times better. So everybody should get out and walk. So next person is Michał.
Okay, so for me, I think the biggest change is I brought back my morning routine. So right now I have time in the morning. I don't need to go for the train. So I also get good sleep and start with yoga and meditation. And also I have time for things that I didn't have time in last months. so reading books. And also, despite the social distancing, I guess I talk with more people and more frequently than in the era of of like meeting offline. So that is keeping me positive and gives me the energy.
Perfect, excellent. Yeah, I like that as well. I found that anytime I was going away to different places, the one thing that annoyed me was my routine. That affected my routine. I see that, Adam. It's perfect what you're doing now. That's a lot better than taking over the screen with your shirt changing color. So just so you know, we can see it perfect as it changes. So that's great. So the next person on my screen is Anita. Well, the screen is frozen. Can you hear us, Anita? Okay, I'm going to come back to you, so just let us know when you're available. So we go on to the guy with the grey shirt, with the grey background, who's trying to be a ninja and hiding, Radek.
You Toastmasters, good morning once again. Regarding feeling good, actually all of us have got some tips and tricks and some little things that makes us glad of something. For example, this can be a glass of drink, for example, this one this morning with lemon, my favorite fruit. Sometimes this is a kind of book or video or just a conversation with somebody. So this is my way to feel good when I get the worst moments. Thank you very much.
Perfect, thank you. Next one, all the way from Warsaw, Camilla.
So I like my way to stay feeling good in this situation is to just stick to my morning routine, and I meditate even more. So I do yoga. I also dance more to just keep this positive feeling. And I also realized that I now I'm talking to people more often than I used to before. So probably like every single day I'm on a call with someone, and yeah, it really feels good. So like morning routine and talking to people and dancing.
Perfect. And just that you mentioned the meditation there, you have to send me another meditation, because your one hovers between first and second on the meditation podcast.
I know, I'm postponing it since like December, so maybe this will be the time.
I know, Kasia.
Yeah, I think that video calls are really cool because you can see your close people that you cannot right now. But I started to do this with my grandparents, and I cannot visit them, and I'm not sure when I will be able to. But they are living with my cousin, so I'm calling via video, and my grandma is talking to the camera in a very funny way that you can see only her mouth when she is speaking. But for me, it's super energizing to see them in this way. So yeah, this keeps me energetic and happy. Thank you.
Perfect, excellent. Dorota?
So I try to keep my days normal. So I want to do the same things as I used to do before. So in the morning I get up, and late I try to work, even though it's extremely difficult with kids running around. But I try to, and then I also speak to my friends. So I try to keep days as normal as before.
Perfect, excellent. Anna? You're on...
Yeah, I know. Slow motion, slow morning.
I'll do the sign language.
Yeah, let's don't start this one. So for me, probably it would be reaching out to people that I haven't been in contact for a while, and it's amazing for me how the situation makes us closer, even though like for a certain time we haven't been in touch for different reasons. The current situation is just enough to to break all those strange things that happened and just bring us closer again. So I think this is something positive for me.
Excellent, thank you. And Adam?
Welcome. Actually, I have a quite nice routine due to the fact I'm working every day, start work about 8, so I have to fit with my timing, and I make some breathing exercises in the morning, 1 kilometer run with my dog, and after I'm ready to work because my adrenaline is on the proper level and I don't need coffee. I recommend.
I'm just wondering, does the dog look forward to that, or does he go, oh no, I have to run a kilometer without him? Right, so I'm going to give you a few more of on my list. The next one, it's a numbers game. The most people have the most successful people have the most no's. So whatever you're doing, whether it's Dorota getting clients or Radek getting clients, whatever it is, it's just, I used to play games where I used to take the no as okay, I'm getting closer to a yes, instead of having it as, whatever you're trying. And, for example, Radek, if you're trying to get clients and you could get 20 no's, don't go, this is not working. Go, hey, I got 20 no's, I'm closer to a yes. And it's just switching the mind frame, and it can make it, it works. Just trust me. So try that one if you've never done it. The game of life is to have fun. So just make sure you're having fun every day. Don't think, oh, when I get this, I'll be happy. When I get this car, I'll be happy. When I have this house, I'll be happy. Just have fun every day. Make sure you have fun. Enjoy your food when you're eating it. Just have fun constantly, and then life becomes better. Being excellent today allows freedom tomorrow. So kind of just speaks for itself. And then don't spend money until you earn it. So I learned that the hard way, losing a couple of million at one stage, but I think it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So don't use credit cards anymore, and if I want something, I save for it and then just buy it. So don't spend money you don't have, especially now. It's important that you take that one on board. Another one is, everyone's got their own journey. So remember all the obstacles you faced in the past, you overcame them. So if something else comes at you, just remember that. And sometimes maybe make a list of the things you overcame so it can kind of boost your morale when you're feeling down. So I'm not going to bore you to this. We'll move on, and we're going to have our first speaker, but to introduce him will be the first evaluator, which will be Michał.
Okay, I don't see your clapping hands. I was expecting that. Okay, thank you. So today's speaker will be Radek. Great speaker, fantastic person, and he's always ready to help you. Reliable, and you can count on him. I am also very inspired by the engagement and the preparation that Radek always have for the meetings, and I guess not only for our meetings. He's also a blogger and a podcaster. And if you don't know, Roy, Camila, and Dorota were guests in his podcasts also. So I recommend you to go to toastmaster.pl, and you can find the interviews there. I'm sure it will be valuable. And what I also believe is that Radek anticipated that we will work fully remote because for last 9 months he's been using Zoom, and he also practiced online speeches during even our offline meetings, as you remember probably. So today he will be getting the lessons about sharing the lessons about the topic that he learned, and it will be the topic of online presentation, and the title of the speech is how to improve your online performance. 5 to 7 minutes. Radek Dąbrowski, please welcome warmly.
I'm going to interject now before you start, Radek. Okay, yeah, I was going to tell Adam, please don't turn that on anymore, because all we can see is a clock and it's not working. So sorry, Radek, stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Roy. Thank you very much, Michał, for your introduction. Folks, everything may happen today because 10 minutes before logging into Zoom, my laptop unexpectedly rebooted. Let's start from my presentation. I'm going to share it with you. Please confirm once you are able to see it.
Works now.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much for that. How to prepare, how to be prepared for online meeting. First of all, let's start from essentials. Everything what you need to start is the internet camera, microphone, and speakers. For me personally, this is better to use high definition camera, not exactly the one in the photo, but high definition camera to be visible well. And I'm also using, as you can see me in here, I'm also using, instead of separate and external speakers and microphone, I'm using a kind of combo. This is the microphone with headphones. Why? Because it's easier to avoid the situation of echoing that may happen during our conversations and meetings, unless you invested so pretty big money as, for example, our dear President Roy, for the better hardware. So this is a really good start. What else? Of course, it's not everything. It's just the beginning. We should also look after a few more things. First of them is light. Please imagine the situation if you are not sharply visible, or you are in the darkness, or you are, for example, visible in the shadows from the windows, and so on and so forth. So please be sure to check it. If your lights in the room, in this specific room, you are giving your performance, is a really good one. The second tip from my side is to stay relaxed. What it means? Just to go to bed earlier the previous night, to sleep well, get up pretty early, and have fun with a glass of, for example, good drink, as I've got today. The third tip from my side is to be more expressive. We are not in offline meetings. Everything is taking place online right now. So we need to be more expressive, more convincing, more entertaining to the people who are sitting in front of their monitors and looking and hearing us. Fourth thing is time. Take time to prepare. Don't forget about it, to check everything once again. But to do that, you need to have time. Don't leave everything for the last moment. Fifth one is just testing. Please be sure that everything is fine, that you've got stable internet connection, that you've got good light, that you've got good hardware, and everything is working on. So far, in my case, this is working. Fingers crossed, it's going to work till the end. And the last thing is just to have something to drink, to avoid the situation that there you will have a kind of desert in your mouth and you will start licking your lips. It's very visible, especially in my case when I was giving some speeches previously. I was told about it during evaluations. Now we are going to go to virtual background. Virtual background is a special thing offered by Zoom, for example, by Zoom. And it's a kind of mystery for some of you, maybe for some of you it's pretty well known. I'm going to focus on how to use it. First of all, why? To avoid the situations as on this picture. Because we are not planning to show our fridges, we are not planning to show our dishes, our animals maybe, and so on and so forth. So just to avoid the situation, we are using virtual background. How to do that? First option is if we've got the wall, which is of one color, but solid color, which is very visible and strong. For example, recommendation is to use the green one. So we are on the good way. Here you can see the green wall. The second option is to use a kind of fabric, especially in green color. This is fully recommended. And honestly speaking, this is my method. I've got something like that behind my back. And the effect you can see during my recordings. And the third option is just to use a kind of equipment which is offered in photo studios. It's not as expensive as you may seem, to be honest. All right. According to the options in our application, I strongly recommend to have client Zoom installed instead of going to the website. And everything starts in here, in settings. As you can see, this is a kind of icon or button to be pressed. By the way, this is the kind of information. Your device is running low on storage, free up space to avoid, and so on and so forth. What it means, Zoom likes at least 1 gigabytes. What for? If we are planning to record our meetings, this is really good to have at least 1 gigabytes on our storage. For this moment, when I had this picture, I had below that. That's why I've got this information. But believe me, this is better right now. Okay, after clicking this icon, we are moving to the next screen. And the next screen has got on the left option like virtual background. We are closer and closer. The next thing is this window. As you can see, we can be offered with some examples of virtual backgrounds. For example, these ones, the first 4, none, and 3 other ones. And if we click this plus, we can add our own picture. Everyone which is available on our computer. Please remember about one more thing, because some other guys, as you may see probably, it may happen that they've got also video behind their back. However, it requires bigger or higher requirements, specifically related to the power of CPU, about the processor you've got. So if you want to have the options like adding the video as well, please check if you fulfill the hardware requirements first. If everything is fine, you are taking the photo you like, and actually the effect should look like this one, as you can see on my screen. All right, so time for testing. I'm going to check the my setting of the Zoom right now. So I'm going in here to virtual background, and for example, to add the image I like. For example, the world. So this is how it looks like. I'm with you on the surface of the Earth, and I hope it was understandable and helpful for you. Wish you good luck with your journey and adventure with virtual background and Zoom online meetings. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thanks, Radek. I was actually, as you were doing that, I was going into virtual background to add a picture. When we done the podcast, I was looking to add your one, but it wasn't there. So, but no, you explained that very well. So thanks very much. So I shall continue with a few more because I know the ladies are there. Maybe you want to.
Roy, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupt you, but actually we have a little bit time, and on Messenger I have sent you the evaluation form that we can help Radek to improve his speech. Please feel free, go to Messenger and fill Radek evaluation. Can we adjust for it 1 minute, Roy?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Maybe we can help Radek to improve his training materials.
So you're going to send it now, or you have sent it already? Because I don't see it.
1 moment. Just send it. So thank you. A little bit technical problems, but I hope we'll overcome it for future.
No, it's all good. And to be honest with you, I love what you're doing. You know, the questionnaire you sent in this, it's brilliant. And it's something perhaps next week you might do a speech to teach us how to do that, because everybody should be able to apply that, because definitely it's of benefit and it makes it easier. So, yeah.
So I start to measure 1 minute and I will return with a proper flag and my background as Radek taught us.
Is it possible you can add this file into this chat in here, as I'm not like in a...
Okay. One moment, everyone, sorry. It was just to Radek. Okay, fuck, sorry.
So Radek, I can ask you in the meantime, like, do we have to have backgrounds on our computer or Zoom provides some?
So actually, you mean the backgrounds, for example, the one I've got behind my
Yeah.
back? So actually,
Yeah.
this is the one I managed to download from the internet. But of course you can use your own photos you've got, and also Zoom has got some initial stuff. The first three positions I showed you during the presentation, they are offered by Zoom. For example, a piece of earth and something like that.
Okay.
I have a question, Radek, also. Do we see a red one on my screen or not?
I can see.
Yes.
I can see a piece of red shirt on you.
Yeah, it's a problem. We have to learn how to overcome it because I have no pretty idea. If I turn the video off, if I turn it on, it's like, you know, partly red, yeah?
So Adam, from my perspective, this is really good. Probably this is the thing what people are doing. If you've got the prepared background behind your back, as for example, I've got the green fabric, and so you can prepare just the three graphics, for example, yellow and green and red. And you know, when your clock hits the time of, for example, 3 minutes, you are just swapping the pictures. For example, photo for green, photo for yellow, and photo for red. So it's pretty easy and quick. I think that we can manage that pretty easy, I must say. Because for example, when I'm just trying right now to change my picture, you saw that it took me about 30 seconds or so.
Okay, thank you. So Roy, we can go on with the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll just give you a few more things. One is be here now. It's like be in the present. Next, don't miss the moment. You know, don't like, for example, if I'm on my trampoline, I'm looking at the trees outside, and if I'm walking, I'm just present of everything going on. My head isn't talking to me, and you know, so I think, you know, Camilla will probably be able to help you with that. Meditation is definitely one that actually brings you to that level. So it's just to be. Next one I have is I will create the change that I want. So instead of bitching in life, oh, I don't like what's going on, create something that you want to do to make the change. So whatever you think is wrong in the world, let's be the person that does the change, or gather people together and do that change. Another one is, and I have seen a few people work on this, they were writing on the mirrors, I am enough. So some people have self-confidence, they don't have the confidence, and you know, just believe in yourself, you know that you are enough, and just, you know, be positive and be good. Next one I had is something that I kind of worked on because it was 2017. I am great at public speaking, so I think I've upped the level from 3 years ago, so that has helped. So I'm going to move on swiftly, and we're going to modify things because our evaluator has done a Houdini, a disappearing act. I know she was writing, she was trying to get back.
I'm here.
Oh, you're there, brilliant. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, you rang in, is it? Because I don't see you on the screen. So, okay, perfect. So you can please welcome Anita, the second evaluator.
Hello to everyone. Today I'm gonna be Dorota's evaluator. It's my pleasure to be her evaluator. I met Dorota before our meeting in Toastmasters. She's very helpful, open-minded. I like her very much. She's very optimistic, and today she will tell us something about how to live up to 7 minutes. It's her title of her topic. Let me, Dorota, the online stage is yours.
Okay, can you hear me? Because I see only on the screen Anita. Do I have to see myself, or how does it work?
At the top right, you can see the screen view, so you can see all of us or whatever. So up there, you know, you can hit speaker view or all. So I see everybody.
Okay. After Radek's presentation, I realized that I'm totally not prepared, and it will be very spontaneous speech. So I hope like you will have patience, and well, you will have patience. So my title is Back to Life, because some time ago I watched the movie with Robert De Niro. It was called Awakening. And it was about people who are in the state of coma, and due to some experimental drug, they come to life. And actually it was based on facts, it happened. And in the movie, when they were waking to life, they just opened their eyes, they look around, they sat, and they were back. And in real, I know now that it looks totally different. When people are waking up from the state of coma, it takes months. It takes a lot of time. And I know it because some time ago also, I had a pleasure to have interview with some of these people. And now I will tell you exactly how people are back to life after the state of coma. And I'll be saying this on the example of one guy, his name is David. And he's like, back then he was 25 and he was a policeman. He got a car accident and he lost his consciousness. He was like, his body was totally destroyed. And the doctor says that, well, actually there is no sense to let him in the hospital, because he should go to the hospice where people die because his condition is so hopeless. But the mom, of course, she didn't want to give up. She wanted to carry his life forward. And well, she was fighting. So David, he was lying in the room with other people who were in the state of coma. And the mom, she wanted to activate his brain. So she was bringing perfumes, she was putting these perfumes under his nose, but it didn't work. Like, nobody knows what is his state of the brain. They had some examinations, but it showed that some parts of the brain are okay, but some are totally destroyed. And the first thing she decided to do, she consulted some specialists, and she came up with this, not she, but it was general known method, Tomatis method, in which you put headphones on the patient, yes. This is like a sound therapy. And in these headphones, the patient hears sounds of higher frequency, like also Mozart or Gregorian chants, and also the sounds of people's voices. So she recorded her own voice, like talking to him. She recorded the voice of his best friend from childhood, his boss, and his colleagues from police. And she was just playing this. And everybody thought that she's crazy because it was in the hospital. But one day when he was listening to that, she noticed that the tears are coming, like, you know, from his eyes. So she knew that, okay, it's kind of working. The first thing David did was moving with his fingers. But the nurses said that, oh, don't get excited because this is most probably unconditional reflex of the body. Then but she had high, her hope was high. Then he opened his eyes, but again, the nurses said, "Oh, it happens. Don't get excited." But she could see that he's like moving with his eyes. So she suggested a deal. She said, "David, if you understand me, and if you agree, if you say yes, blink once, and if you say no, blink twice." And he started doing this. So his consciousness was coming back. And then he started articulate some sounds. So his body and brain was waking up. But the memory played tricks. He just say something, and after a minute he forgot it. And he forgot most of the words. So he was creating his own words. For example, he was saying, "Mom, give me Libo." And she's like, "What is Libo?" oh, and you don't know, like Libo is food. And he was getting angry because like he thought that he was understood and nobody understood him. And she practiced with him language. So she was showing to him the cards with fruits, with jobs, with items of everyday life, so he could remember them. But he was able to remember only 2 words, and it was onion, and iron. And he was like calling with these words everything. So she was showing him, for example, carrot. David, what is it? And he said carrot. But after like 5 seconds, what is David? What is this? This is onion. And it kept like on and on. But with time, like he remembered more and more. But the most interesting thing was when they asked him, what's your name? Silence, because he didn't remember. Where do you work? I work in the primary school #1 in Gdańsk, because it was his real primary school and he was going there. So probably the memory stopped there. But when he was given a pen, he wrote, my name is David, I want to say it. I am a policeman, I want to say it. So that means that his ability to speak and ability to write, they separated and they couldn't explain it. Yeah, so, but slowly it was being integrated. And at first, at some moment, he was learning how to speak because he was speaking very unclearly. So he had, in the therapy, speech therapist told him to speak first very slowly. And everybody was getting crazy when he was speaking like this. And his mom the most. Then came the time when he wanted to activate his body. So first thing he learned, and it took him months, it was raising his hand. Then he learned how to sit. And they put him on a wheelchair, and the right side of his body was stronger, and the left was weak. So when he wanted to move on this wheelchair, he was like turning with the right hand and the left was unable to do it. So he was like circling, yes. But he didn't lose like determination. And he was the first one to be at rehab room, and he was really exercising really hard. And after 11 months from the accident, he walked on his own legs from the hospital, even though like nobody believed. And when I asked him, like, David, what made you to wake up? Because in the room there were other people with less serious wounds, but it was him who woke up. So he said that waking up from the state of coma, it's like digging a tunnel. From one side, you have to dig, the patient, but from the other side, people who love you must dig. And this is like the common rule. This is like the common effort to wake up. And I think this is also the rule, not only to the physical state of coma, to literal state of coma, but also like getting back in life in general. Like we need to do that ourselves, but we need help of people.
Fascinating as always, Dorota. You have to do more speeches. Every time you do a speech, I'm amazed. It's like, whoa. So I know that Adam has shared the link so that you can all give some feedback. And just, I remember when I was in school, the teacher telling us that his mother was in a coma, and this was for a few years, and they were actually going to turn off the machine. And she came out of the coma a week beforehand, and she was alive, perfect for, still alive at the time he was telling us the story. So
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So Adam, you might give people a minute there to give some feedback to Dorota on the thing. You sent the link already, yeah.
Yeah, I start measuring 1 minute.
It's not working. I don't know, is it working for other people, but it's not working for me when I click it. So maybe if you send it on the Facebook chat, Adam, if possible, it'd be better.
It was sent on Facebook, on
No, it's okay.
Messenger.
Yeah, I use the Facebook link and it works. I shared it here also.
Okie dokie. So, yeah, I didn't see your colors, but I presume we're all okay. Are we?
No, only 3 seconds still. Okay.
I was watching you during the speech, trying to get your shirt to show green. So we're at the time for table topics, and I believe it's Radek. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, have I because if I muted you, just put up your hand because I.
No. It was not you. It was just me. Very slow in the morning. Hello once again, my dears. Table topics. All of us are aware of table topics, what it is. I'm going to give just a really short explanation. Table topics is just answering some unexpected questions, and we've got from 1 to 2 minutes maximally time for the answer. Of course, there is additional 30 seconds to finish our sentences and expressions. And today I would like to invite you to a kind of internal contest. I've got prepared 5 questions to the brave ones who are going to be volunteers in this great fun. After that, we will have a kind of voting, and there will be one winner, I think. All right, so let's try to find the first volunteer for the first question. Who is going to be? Please raise your hand or say something. All right, great. We've got the first one. We've got the first warrior, Michał. Okay, so Michał, this is right now. This is the time for choosing the question from 1 to 5.
3.
3. All right. I'm reading it loudly. You borrowed from your friend his favorite and expensive sports car, and accidentally you scratched it. He got mad. What are you saying to mitigate the situation?
Okay, so I believe it will be a terrible thing to break something valuable, and I believe he loves cars, and he loves also this one. This is the favorite and beloved one, and he will be heartbroken when I bring it back to him. So probably what I will do at the very beginning would be I will buy him a great gift. Probably it will be something very personal and unique, so we can start the conversation with a positive thing. Later, I will explain him what happened and why it happened, and I will for sure sincerely apologize for all of the things. And also, I think the most important thing is to I will take the responsibility for this what happened, and also make a commitment to bring back the value of the car and repair it and cover the full cost, so he can be assured that that everything will be okay. And I believe with the honesty and like pure positivity, you can handle every conversation, even if someone is emotional. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michał, for your great answer, and also for your willingness and being brave to start. And I'm looking for the second volunteer for the second question. Who's going to be? We've got our great guest today, straight forward from Warsaw. Kamila, why not you? Please be invited to the stage.
I actually have to leave, you know.
Okay, so you have to be in a hurry with the answer. What number?
Lucky one. 4.
4. All right. All right. So imagine that today is your child's birthday and you came from your job and forgot to buy him a present. The little boy sees you are coming back with empty hands. What will you tell him?
So I will, what I will do in this situation is probably to spend some quality time with my child, and because I think that this is like the most important thing we can do, because so often like we think that we can like buy gifts and that's enough, but actually what's like the most important is the time and like the energy we can share with them. So I think that this will be also like the value from the beginning that I would like to like teach my child. So I will, yeah, we will spend some quality time together. I will make sure that we do all the stuff that are important and to him or her. And I will also for sure promise to spend some like to or to buy a gift, or to like go for some adventure, or to just make his or her like one of her or his dreams come true because of like this birthday. And yeah, I will just make sure that he or she feels important and seen and loved, because I think that this is the most important, especially in that day.
Thank you very much, Camila. Great answer. And we are moving to the third volunteer. Who is going to be? But I'm going to choose myself. Anya? What number?
5th.
All right, the last one. Please listen. Your workmate left his wallet in a bus. The wallet was full of banknotes with a credit card. What would you tell her not to worry so much?
Okay, not to have so much money with herself or himself, yeah? This is the question.
Okay, I will repeat it. Your workmate left her wallet at the bus. The wallet was full of banknotes with a credit card inside. What would you tell her not to worry, not to complain, not to cry so much?
Ah, okay. Well, so I would draw her attention to take certain actions. So first of all, block all the cards and make her focus on action, because this probably helps in imagining that you have certain influence. So first of all, I would do this, and after that, I would just try to tell her that it's possible to restore it, and it hasn't been so much. And then if she or he needs any help, then I'm full and ready to support, so that she or he would feel full support and yeah, I think that 2 things.
Brilliant answer. Thank you very much, Anya. Okay, and the fourth candidate. Who is going to be today? Roy? Which number?
Number 1.
I felt it.
I just assumed that you rolled from and it just went downhill after that. So please.
All right, so please listen. Your friend found his wife in bed with another man, and he is depressed now. What are you saying to make him feel better?
Listen, it was hard telling you, because you're my best friend, that I didn't like her. Because you had fallen in love, you went off to Vegas and you married her fast. So everybody has been saying it. What did you see in this woman? I know your heart is broken because you went for her beautiful looks, but the reality is she didn't have the heart that you deserve. So I would encourage you, it's going to take time to heal your wounds. Don't get depressed, just relax, clear the decks, and then just start swimming again. All the fish are in the ocean and life will be better, I can assure you.
Thank you, Roy. Okay, and we've got the last questions. Who is going to answer? Please, come on, the last one. Adam?
I'm totally, involved now, so sorry.
Okay, so not Adam. Okay.
Anita, maybe.
Anita, how about you? It's not going to be as the previous one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so for you, this is the last one, the second question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Imagine that you are a coach in the football team. Your team has just lost the final match 5-0. What are you going to tell your team in the locker room to support them?
Wow. Okay. I would say that you are always the winner. The result of the match doesn't matter. We will take more attention in the next matches, and I will focus on the wrong things also, but in a kind way.
Okay, thank you very much, Anita.
Thank you.
So the questions are over. Now we are going to vote for our great speakers. Yes?
I can send the link to voting if you want.
But I'm going also to recall our speakers, okay? Just to be sure that that we remember who was speaking about what. So the first of them was Michał Marcinkowski, who was responding the topic about the scratch card, and he proved that he's going to repair and pay for all the, let's say, damages, and also he's planning to give a personal gift to someone who decided to borrow him a great and expensive car. The second person in our table topics session today was Camila, who was offering that spending time and love is the best gift we can give to our children, to our beloved ones. It's a pretty nice answer. The third contestant was Anya. It was related to a wallet that was left at the bus. And Anya is going to show the support and staying calm to help her friend if this cases happens. The fourth person was Roy, who was answering the question related to the not faithful wife. And actually he was giving a really moving answer related to the personality, to the people, why people are, let's say, matching together. And the fifth person was Anita, answering the question about being a coach related to lost match. She advised to focus on positive and future to support the team, not to give up. Okay, so there are 5 candidates. Please vote and send it to Adam through menti.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Radek. It's time for evaluators, Roy.
Yeah, so your first evaluator is Michał.
Okay, so hello, ladies and gentlemen. So we had a very relevant topic described by Radek. Unquestionably, in these times, it's very important to know how to use the online media. the tempo and the calm voice made the presentation sound very confident, and that is something that can prove the expertise of the person. So he's confident, so he probably knows what he's talking about. So that was very good one. He also tried to engage us with the vocal variety, and also used some gestures on the screen that give some dynamic, and not just head in a single place, because it's during the online presentation it's not so easy to engage with the audience. But what I was lacking was the kind of the structure. So I felt like we dived deep into the tips and didn't have much introduction about the topic, so I can switch my mind to like learning mode and get my attention. And also what I would do at the end is to summarize this point, because we had a lot of tips, and it was hard to remember all of them. So probably at the end, just to summarize the most important ones, or all of them, depending on the person, and just express it so we can remember it more after the speech. Also, during the presentation, I had the whole screen covered with the presentation and just a little square with Radek, but I guess that's probably something that is due to Zoom, and we cannot make it better. But it was for sure not so easy to see the speaker. And also, I guess we could introduce some more dynamic by providing the more slides. So we had, for example, a slide where we had a lot of elements, and Radek was describing each element one after another, and it was hard to match the picture with the concrete specific tip that he's talking about. So probably if we have separate slides per each, we could focus more, and also introduce some dynamicity into the presentation, because something will be changing. And also, it's very important to engage the audience during this online presentation. And what could be helpful probably would be to ask some questions to the audience, even rhetorical ones. So, have you ever felt your throat was so dry you can't make a sound? Remember to have a drink, or something like that. So we can even engage more and feel that presentation is related and not just dry facts, what we should do. But at in overall, it was very clear and understandable for me. Also, you did a live demo and changed the background. That was brave and worked. So that's very good. And I believe it was valuable for all of us. So thank you for the speech, and looking forward to more speeches from you.
Excellent. Thank you, Michał.
Thank you very much, Michał.
I know Adam is dying to push it forward, but I'm going to just get in a few more words here before I pass on to the next evaluator, because I have a nice one at the end and I'm going to skip that. So there's one that I've written down. You have to be little to be little. So I'm not sure if you understand it. It's like you have to be a little person to make people feel smaller, to be little. So the sentence is, you have to be little to be little. So just be conscious of that one. Another one, it was by Ray Kroc. Just be great one time, so just remember that. You just need one, it's like planting the seeds for different things you're doing. You get one oak tree. And there's another one that's very important as well. It's either you're suffering, stressed, overwhelmed, depressed, or angry, or you're in a beautiful state. You cannot be in both. So choose to be in a beautiful state. It's all in our own consciousness. Just do things that make you happy. So if you're in a bad state, listen to the music, do things that will actually put you in a positive state. So I shall now pass us on to our second evaluator, Anita.
Thank you very much, Roy. Dorota carried a speech project forward to us. I like your speech so much. Even it was unprepared, and spontaneous, in your opinion, Dorota. Your speech touched my heart. I think that you chose the topic which are close to people, and it's very good. And also, I like the structure of your speech. It was a proper, but in my opinion, you can tell something more at the end of your speech. And my another recommendation: don't say that you are unprepared, even if you think that. And you can also work on your vocal vibration to bold the main clue of your speech. Thank you.
Excellent, Anita. Very good points.
Thank you.
So now I shall pass the meeting over to our general evaluator, the man with the colorful shirts, Adam.
Welcome, dear colleagues, Toastmasters, and no guests, I believe. Camila, are you a member of our club?
So today I'm more like a guest.
Okay, so welcome also guests. Actually, we have quite smooth meeting, apart of some difficulties. And at the beginning, I would like to ask Camila to present her findings during the meeting about grammar. Welcome, Camila.
Thank you. So congratulations, Dorota. You are the winner because you are the only one who used the phrase. If it comes to some mistakes, there weren't like a lot of them, but of course, like when we use like third person, so like to remember about like putting s when there's a verb. Also, like when we say like I will focus or I will be focused. I guess that's how it works, because I heard something like I will focused. So I will focus or I will be focused. I guess it's how we use it. Also, like sorry for interrupting you instead of interrupt. Sorry for I guess this is how we use it. Also, like the topic which is instead of which are. And at the end, I heard something like the speech was a proper. So I'm not sure, like Roy, maybe you can help me with this, because I think that should be appropriate. Am I right?
Yeah, appropriate, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yes, but that's like the thing that I noticed during our speeches. So I think that like overall, as always, we've made a really good job. So thank you.
Thank you, Camila. And now it's time for our counter and body language evaluator, Anna Osińska.
Marvelous. So maybe I will start actually with body language evaluation. So first of all of us were really smiling, and that's great because we are able to pass the positive energy through online meeting, not only through offline meeting, which is great. And then in terms of gestures, it was of course much easier to notice it when we had longer speeches. So for example, our speakers, or during the table topic short speeches. So especially Radek and Dorota, both of you had quite extensive gestures. In terms of Radek, it was a little bit repetitive, so you could think about how to make it a little bit more various. But still, it was nice that you expressed yourself with the gestures. And in terms of Dorota, it was really nice to underline certain things with gestures. So, for example, when you showed headphones or circling, or example blinking, that was very eye-opening is probably not a good word, but like it underlined what you meant excellently. And also you played with speed of speech. So when you gave example how slowly he was speaking, it was also very, very good to do it. So that's this. And in terms of fillers that we use from time to time, like example like this, right? So maybe I will just mention a few of those. So some of us really use this and like. This is a filler that probably won during today's meeting. We really use a lot of like to fill our sentences. So let's pay attention to this one. And sometimes we also repeat certain words. So so probably this is when we are looking for a next word to say. We just repeat something that we like this exact example that I'm doing right now. Okay, this is like a big picture of our fillers that we used.
Okay, thank you, Anna. It was a lot of information we can profit probably if we had listening. And now let's evaluate the meeting. The meeting went smoothly. Thanks timer, we are exactly on time according to agenda. And let's start with timer. He wasn't well prepared because he had no chance to practice before the meeting. But I think Toastmaster will give chance next time. And regarding first speaker, it was exactly as it was required, the timing. It was around 5 minutes, 20 seconds or something. The second speaker were speaking, has used his time, and it was 7 minutes, 10 seconds. With reference to evaluator, everybody today were short, and the proper it was the proper presentation, and the timing of evaluation was Michał had 2 minutes, and Anita were too short. It was 1 minute 15 seconds. So I believe you are afraid a little bit camera, but I hope thanks practicing will be better and better next time, and will profit from time we have allotted for that. With reference to table topics, everything went smoothly. The participants were 2-3 seconds before the time, so we can profit from that also. Before I will go further, I think with reference to time, that's it. And now I'm going to return to evaluation. As far as you know, I have sent some survey before the meeting to figure out what do we expect from online meetings, and what are our preferences. So now I will share the results of that. Do you see my screen? Do you see?
Yes.
Okay. So what do we expect? Of course, prepared speakers. Today we had prepared speakers, so I can say we had good meeting. We expect table topics. The table topics was long, and many participants had ability to participate. So, and we had of course the fun today. The topic about ourselves is always interesting. So if we can share our ideas, today it was an interesting topic, and we have fulfilled the agenda. So following our expectation, we see in this pre-evaluation, the meeting had a good flow, and I would like to congratulate Roy for good meeting. And if we go to the information in addition, we expect to know what is the purpose of the meeting. That time I didn't notice an event on Facebook and had difficulties to find a Zoom address. So I believe next time we'll improve it. Maybe we can announce where the meeting will be held on the Facebook day before, and the purpose of the meeting, what is the topic, to let us prepare for this 30-second speech we can have on the question of the day. And if we go further, I will send you also evaluation of the Radek speech and Dorota. So here it is the results. It's I believe it's Radek. One moment. So here we have some points that are advisable by the best speaker. The speech should be clear enough what we are talking about. It should relate to audience, if we can profit from that, and of course memorable. As Radek mentioned, some vocal variety is vital during online meeting to bring some fun also. So quite good results, congratulations. The speech can be also memorable if something doesn't work. So we can profit from the, for example, breakout of the computer, shutdown of the flight, or things like that, because people for sure will remember it. So it's good to use it in our speech for our advantage, to be memorable, this incident. If we go to Dorota's speech, everything was fantastic. So I would like to congratulate Dorota. You are doing very good job. We are in different worlds this morning, I'm afraid, but it's not my turn to evaluate, but just congratulate you. Okay, so from my side, the information, and general organization was pretty well. And now I would like to give a voice to my colleague from the Table Topic Master to present his results. Radek, can you present your results?
Yes, of course. Thank you very much, Adam. You're doing a great job with menti.com. And I must say that actually it was really nice to me to be the host of Table Topics session today. Right now, I'm going to present you the winner of Table Topics. Congratulations, Camila.
Wow, it's working. Okay, thank you, Radek.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. That was a brilliant way to do it.
So thank you, Roy. Just take care of me.
Thanks, Adam. And yeah, I appreciate all you're doing with the online stuff and the questionnaires and everything. And we can definitely, grow on that and have a few different questions that we can be asking where we can help the speakers. So one of the things that we always do is we ask our guest for comments. So Camilla, you're a guest. So what's your thoughts on this crazy online meeting?
Yeah, so it's really good to be back, and I really missed those meetings, and I'm so glad that I could come back even in online meetings. So again, I have so much energy after this meeting. It was so good to see you all guys and also meet new people. And yes, I'm just grateful, and as always, good energy. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much, Camilla. I'm going to pass it to Radek as well, because Radek has something to say. But before I do that, the last thing that I've written down, and it was actually from the Dalai Lama, and I left it till the end because it's a few sentences, but I liked it. Every day, think as you wake up. Today, I'm fortunate to have woken up. I'm alive. I have a precious human life. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use all of my energies to develop myself and to expand my heart out to others, to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I'm going to have kind thoughts towards others. I'm not going to get angry or think badly of others. I'm going to benefit to others as much as I can. And that was by the Dalai Lama. And that was just one that I liked. So you heard all my different things. If anyone's interested, I can take a screenshot and send it to you. So now I believe Radek would like to have something to say as well, yeah?
Yes, pretty short. Thank you very much, Roy. Folks, every time when I'm doing something different, I'm inspired by people to do that. It's not something that I'm a kind of genius or something like that. And also the same looks like with my Zoom adventure. And today, this is the great day for me because the person who inspired me to do this fine things with Zoom is among us. This is Camila Surma. Camila, thank you very much for all this stuff. You probably remember when I contacted you about this application that actually you inspired me really well about what I'm doing right now. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. And now you inspired me to use this virtual background. So now I will learn from you.
So thank you all. I appreciate you all for turning up. Is there anybody, because we have one speaker already for next week. So anybody would like to be the Toastmaster for next week? I love the silence.
I can be.
Nothing changed.
I haven't been for a while, and so I can handle it.
Okay. Anybody want to do table topics? I'm going to catch you now because it's easier to do it now than actually trying to write you later. So putting you on the spot. Look what I do.
I can be a table topic master.
Anybody want to do a speech? Camilla, do you want to do a speech?
I need some time to think about this because I'm starting with a project, but maybe so I will just confirm if it's okay.
We need more information about meditation.
I was giving so much information about meditation, but yeah, if you want,
And Camila, please also remember that we do not offer giving a speech to every guest. So please think about it.
But I saw on the Easy Speak that Camila is a special guest, not just regular.
Special. Okay.
Fully justified. Yeah. So folks, I'm going to be evaluator of Justina's speech in a week.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And can I add something?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
First, the question to Radek, because you mentioned that we Zoom offers some backgrounds, but I cannot find it. Could you later write to?
Yes. Yes. Let's stay in touch after the meeting, and I will give you a hand. Okay.
Okay, and one more thing, guys. I don't know if you know Masterclass website, or this is Masterclass, they offer meetings with some top people like Scorsese, specialists in different kinds of life. So right now, because I am there, and they offer now in this difficult period, one access for free. I have one access for free. If someone is really interested, really, I can give you guys. Okay, so contact me later. Okay.
And I would highly recommend taking up on that, because I watch a masterclass every day. I love it. You know, I've done on music, on production, on everything, and I appreciate stuff a lot more by understanding how they're doing it. So I would encourage you to have a look at that. So I will thank you all. I'm not going to keep you here for the whole day, even though I would love to, because it's so much fun. So thanks very much for turning up, and I'll see you next week. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.